Let's have a look at some different perspectives on what it means to be resilient. Some people say that resilience is about being tough, about having the strength to cope with whatever life throws at you. It's a bit of a macho definition that emphasises being persistent and invulnerable, a bit like the Hulk, shrugging things off and not even feeling them. No matter how much falls on us, we keep ploughing ahead. Others say resilience is actually about being flexible, adaptable, and able to recover from adversity and change. In other words, being able to absorb pressure and bounce back as good as new. The human capacity for burden is like bamboo, far more flexible than you'd ever believe at first glance. Some people think that resilience is not just about being tough, coping, or bouncing back from setbacks. It's about learning and growth. Coping and bouncing back are about trying to sustain the status quo. However, we can only thrive if we adapt to change. Resilience is all about being able to overcome the unexpected. Sustainability is about survival. The goal of resilience is to thrive. What is resilience? Let's explore some different definitions. One school of thought is that personal resilience is dependent on the environment and experiences a person has in their life. In this definition, factors external to the individual determine their resilience. For example, the amount of social support they receive. The person's own personality is not relevant. In this context, resilience has been described as a multifaceted process from which people draw and learn from the best they can find in their environment, which can include family, school, or the community. Another view is that those in difficult circumstances learn to become resilient. This implies that adversity is useful in giving us the opportunity to build our resilience, as resilience only comes from having been given the chance to work through difficult problems. In other words, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. This seems to accord with many people's experience. What hurt me in the past has actually made me better equipped to face the present. But is adversity necessary in order to build resilience? A different perspective is that resilience comes from within us, our personalities and individual characteristics. For example, perseverance, emotional self-regulation, optimism, perspective, self-belief. So rather than adversity building character, adversity reveals character. Academic research has identified some key characteristics as contributing to resilience defined in this way. First, an outlook on life that enables an individual to perceive change as an opportunity rather than a threat. Second, a view that change is the norm, not the exception. Third, a sense of purpose and deep involvement in whatever is being undertaken. This combination of personal characteristics has been called hardiness. Those ascribing to this view are unsympathetic to the belief that circumstances can hamper an individual. As a character in one of George Bernard Shaw's plays states, "People are always blaming their circumstances. I don't believe in circumstances. The people who get on in this world are the people who get up and look for the circumstances they want, and if they can't find them, make them." In other words, it's all about you and your personality and character. That's what makes you resilient. An alternative perspective is that resilience derives from a person's personality combined with the influences on them from their environment. In this definition, resilience is the capacity to mobilize personal features that enable individuals, groups, and communities to prevent, tolerate, overcome, and be enhanced by adverse events and experiences. This perspective may more helpfully explain why some people experiencing difficult events, such as early life trauma or war, appear to be more resilient in the face of these experiences than others. The implication of adaptation comes through strongly in this view of resilience. It is an individual's capacity to adapt positively to pressure, setbacks, challenges, and change in order to achieve peak performance. What would you say about resilience?